Hey everybody, Rich Lovell with the Vacaville Baseball Barn, Epstein hitting instructor and online hitting academy. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. If you like it, give a thumbs up at the end, and let's change that. Remember to hit the notifications button to receive future videos. So I've gotten a little bit more into following Twitter and kind of watching there, and I have to watch myself not to get caught up in the conversations. But there's a big controversy going on right now. I mean, let's not even call it controversy. It's a battle between a couple of guys and then their followers. And it's really unique, and it's kind of interesting to watch. You just have to watch yourselves not to get involved in this little battle and all. And it's basically old school guys versus new school guys. And there's some of us in the middle, I guess. But let's think about that for a second. So here's, in my mind, okay, this is the way I think about it. Here's the old school guy. And it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that's, older in age and played a long time ago. They can still be relatively young in age, or even young in age, but just kind of follow that old school mentality of, let's say, they don't use data, they don't use video. Their perception is how they teach of what they think that they see, or maybe the result of the flight of the ball, regardless of what the swing really looked like. They do everything based on feel, what it feels like to them, and that's what they portray to the hitter that they're working with. And maybe they even repeat instruction that they've heard over the last 20, 30, 40 years. Now, in comparison to the new school guy, and again, that could include guys that played 20 years ago, but they've embraced the analytics, the data, the video. And they've taken that, and then they've compared that to what they've been saying and maybe they were taught, and saying, well, that's not necessarily the case. But some of that still kind of carries over, being the feel, how it feels what you're doing in comparison to what you're actually doing. And they're able to convey maybe better information, more concise information to their hitters. Now, what they do is they use that data, and they use the video, and they use all the analytics to back up or to prove or disprove what they're actually trying to say. So for example, and I do this, I video every student that comes in here, but if I see something that I think was really a great swing, and I just want them to understand that feeling, and we'll discuss it, I'll play it back on video, because the ball flight here, maybe, based on my experience in my own cage, I know that somewhere around 25 degrees, I know what it looks like when it goes into the back of the cage. So I'll go, man, that was a great ball flight, and we'll get to talking about it. How'd that feel? Let's check it out on video. And then what I find is maybe they were cheating a little bit, their front shoulder gets up, they're collapsing a little bit on their backside. They just happen to make perfect timing, perfect contact with the ball. So then I say, what did that feel like in this way? And then we'll readjust and get back into the correct feeling, but still want to make contact out in front of their front foot and hit in the middle or just below middle part of the ball. Something they're able to do is adjust their teaching methods based on all that data or everything that I just talked about above there. Is one better than the other, or is one right, one's wrong? I don't think so. It's something that I've really learned a lot from Jake and Mike Epstein in talking about that. They don't think theirs is the be-all, end-all of all hitting systems and so forth. But for me, I think it's the best, because it's a system that I've been able to incorporate into my process that keeps me very straight and structured on how I need to teach. Would it work for someone else? Maybe, maybe not. I've met other people that say, I just didn't really rub well with me, and I get that. But again, back to that, is old school better than new school, or is new school better than old school? I think that's a personal opinion for people. If you teach better by only talking about feel, and you say, hey, when I was in the bigs, I swung, and this is what it felt like that I swung down like that. And that's backed up by many Major League Baseball players now. Albert Pujols, Bellinger, Mike Trout, they all feel like they're swinging something like this down. When in reality, we know that they're getting the ball on plane somewhere front hip out to front toe, and they're matching the plane of the pitch that's coming somewhere, like this, okay? They're matching that with the plane of the bat, and that's what they're doing. And they're doing it somewhere around their front hip out to their front knee, maybe front foot. So don't throw one aside for the other, or the other aside for another. Maybe embrace both and utilize it, and then incorporate that into your teaching for your player, your student, your kid, whatever it may be. Hope that helps you out. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. Subscribe, thumbs up if you like the video, and hit those notifications, and then share with everyone you know.